All right, cool, man. It's time for our Motorsport Weekly segment with our one and only Ismail.
Good morning, and thank you once again for having me here.
Oh, it's always a pleasure having you here, man. I have to give you horns because, you're a champ. Because without you, we won't know what's happening in the world of motorsports. Weekly. So, it's the CEO of Womza. Once again, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, all of you sitting here. It takes a lot of effort for everyone to be here and do what they're doing. It's
yeah,
something.
Man. Upcoming events featuring the American competitors. What's happening there?
Okay, so this weekend it will be at Vereniging, our oval track racing. It's on the tar, and our stadium there holds about 6,000 or 7,000 people. There's 4 American drivers coming. And it will be in the sprint cars. The sprint cars, which is 800 horsepower, 500 kilo cars.
You see, Rob, this is another thing. Maybe you're into sports, but you see, there's a whole another fraternity of people that we don't know also. The stadium, they're going to fill up another stadium. And it's about racing. It's only about racing. We don't... You see, this is why we have you here, to get such information,
It's
not exciting.
For us in the oval track industry, it's just we have to always add something new to our racing to keep people wanting more, to see more, doing championships,
course,
doing whatever we're doing, just to make it exciting all the time. And it's hard work, It's hard work to keep up.
In the process of selecting the American drivers, is there a certain criteria that you guys go through, or you just look at and say who's more prominent, who's going to give us a bigger show in terms of selecting them? And also, I want to add another question to that. Americans tend to consider everything a World Series or World Championship, but they're the only ones competing in it. Are you going to consider this specific race a World Championship, or is the criteria different?
No, the criteria here is very different because it's just the invitational race. It hasn't been the number 1, 2, 3, and 4 from America coming. So we're not selecting our first, second, third. Although our sprint car series was a bit in a shambles last year and the year before, and this year we're getting it right where everyone is competing against each other. But this is now an invitational race. So the owner of a track is bringing in 4 invitational drivers. So some of them, I think one of the guys he's 32 years in the oval industry in America, I almost said UK. And they're racing all different sorts of cars there. So it's something just for huge entertainment here by us, but to see other faces mixed with our guys. And what they're doing is to structure this. The 2 clubs, the Rock Raceway and Vereniging, they're having, that's why they're calling it the invitational race. It's only their club's drivers against the Americans.
Makes sense.
So it's not like SA 1, 2, and 3 against the Americans.
So it's more like a friendly match.
It's more like a friendly, yes.
Okay.
It's not a world championship race, no.
Yeah, I heard you speaking about the UK and the UK one. That was the race last month, 2 weeks ago. That South Africa went ahead with. Is it England?
Yes, it was against England, yeah.
And how do you qualify the winnings? How do you points that you gain during the race or what?
So you qualify normally. We took away the qualifier because the qualifier was actually making our racing boring. If you qualify and you pole, you go in the final pole. So when you stand pole, you are the quickest. Nobody catches you. So now we've mixed it up. We took away that, and it's most points for the night put you on pole. And I think the English came third. The Englishman came third.
Who came number 1 then?
First and second were South Africans. Our South Africans are moving.
Incredible.
A few years ago when the English used to come here, they all had much better equipment than us.
Of course,
now we all have the same equipment. Now the whole
playing field is a bit level now.
It's a bit hard for them now.
It's a bit hard. I bet you they were shocked when they got here.
The promoter left you very angry.
Mr. Ishmael, speaking about the playing fields, you've mentioned some of the key racing tracks that you'll be in. Of course, this coming event will take place in Vereniging. How competitive is that track? Will there be any obstacles on the way just to add a bit of a competitive edge for the ride drivers?
You know what? Our sprint cars being 800 horsepower, being so fast and putting 20 of them on the grid is the biggest obstacle you can get.
Sure.
That will be. Can you imagine the Olympic Stadium, right? It's a 400-meter stadium. Imagine putting 20 cars on that size stadium, because that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a 400-meter track.
Yes.
With that kind of a power, with 20 cars on it.
So the overtaking must be next level, must be adrenaline pumping.
I tell you what, you've never seen something like this, honestly. You guys really need to come to an oval track race to really understand what it's all about.
And I think we need to report there just for a few minutes just to see what's going on. How crazy. Not a few minutes, the whole day.
I'm not going to talk to you about that.
No, definitely.
You let yourself down the last
Let's
time.
not go there. But this time, you're definitely going to find us.
I had the minister lined up for you, and you just didn't
Looking there, where's Ronnie?
The thing is, forgive me, Minister, there was just a bit of hiccups, but we came there late when he had to leave. Of course, he's a busy man, but he had to go do other things, but we totally understand. It's just that we missed each other. That's where it was.
Do you know when he comes to events, he has to book like a 1 hour slot. Then he rushes out there, and then he goes to another event and another event. He does about 3 or 4 events on one day.
Well, I always used to say here, Hell Gaten, because he's amazing. You know, for the fact that he's showing up all these, I mean, his job is very wide. And as you're saying right now, he has to book an hour for here, then he rushes to another place. That's incredible.
What?
The last minister we had didn't do that.
What minister ever done what he does?
Nothing.
I mean, considering how demanding the department that he's in.
Exactly.
I mean, there's so many sports fraternities for him to visit and for him to show attention to one sport. We almost create a bit of a discomfort or a loud cry. But it's also interesting that he's showing attention to all the sports that were not given the attention in yesteryears. And right now, of course, now we're starting to realize and recognize, actually, the sport is quite prominent in the country. Let's give it the attention it needs because of his efforts and his availability.
He doesn't have an off day.
No.
This guy.
He's like me.
It's like all of us, actually. We are the same.
You know, you look at him at all the sports events on the weekend. Check him on TikTok. He's busy everywhere with communities. He's just busy everywhere. So you can give him.
At first, I just thought maybe
give him a
no. He gets this all the times on this show. You know. But first, I just thought maybe it was a PR stunt, but he's really into it. Like,
no, he is.
He's really there. Like, you know, and the cameras are there, and you know that's why we want to have a chat with him.
But you know what?
Good.
When he comes to a place, I don't know if you guys have seen, ministers got all their securities around them, and you can't get near to them. He tells his security, no, back off. And then he just walks behind. He walked through the whole crowd with me in Pretoria with no issue.
He's your bodyguard. That guy, he's your bodyguard.
Yeah, I think people look at his eyes and they say, no, let me not take chances here. He'll clap me.
No, but he's amazing.
Mr. Ismail, let's backtrack a bit. Give us a quick insight as far as information for the upcoming racing event. Of course, you've mentioned the venue in Vereeniging. Just a quick one with a quick reminder with dates and times as well.
Okay, so Saturday. What's Saturday's date?
This Saturday?
Yeah.
The first.
The first.
Let me check the calendar.
So the first is Ultimate Raceway in Vereeniging. So anyone can just Google Ultimate Raceway. And it's at the showgrounds. And racing starts at 6 o'clock. So get your tickets, get your online tickets. You can pay at the gate. You go onto Ultimate's website and you can buy online tickets. It's cheaper, the online ticket, than going in at the gate, and you don't stand in long queues. So get your tickets and get there. It's going to be something awesome.
And then let's shift attention, of course, to what I'm really excited about is the 5th of April, the 4x4 challenge. I want to get some insight on as far as this challenge is concerned. When it comes to the mountain climb, are there like points for the different levels of how high you can climb, or how does the system actually, how does the scoring system work in that regard?
So we don't use a scoring system there. So when the guys come in with their 4x4s, we've got lots of different layouts on the mountain, okay? And people just enjoy the mountain, going up all different routes, there's about 15 different climbs. And no points scored, just fun for people to see. And then when it comes to the last climb, there's a long hill. And that's where the winner will come out. The guy who climbs the highest is the winner of the day. And the guy Nokwacha that was here with me the last time, he won last year's.
Yeah, he did say. Okay, cool.
So obviously the vehicles are not automatic.
No, they're manual. They're all manual. And we're not getting in guys that's got modified vehicles. It has to be standard vehicles like they come out from the factory. So if they're coming from Ford, they stay that way. You can tweak it a little, but you can't modify it as per se.
Well, I guess Ford and them, they should all bring their bakkies there, man.
Everyone does.
All the cars, all the actual the actual brands, they should bring in test.
Yeah, Isuzu is one of our big sponsors there. Ford was last year. We're hoping to get quite a bit more of the big boys in, you know.
No, Mercedes, everybody, they should come there and prove that, you know, their bakkies are useless.
Yeah, if you're a king installing.
No pun intended, I'm just saying.
If you're a king installing, this is definitely not your challenge, right?
No, it's
and
not.
then from the highest climb, then they go over to the quarter mile. We see who's the quickest down the quarter mile.
With the bakkie.
With the bakkie. Only bakkies.
Hey, man.
We say, hey, bana.
What's going on?
And then, to top it off, all our DJs. Like Ronnie.
Of course.
Hello,
I'm going to be
Ronnie.
there. I'm going to be there. 100%.
We still haven't confirmed all the other DJs that will be there, but I hope by next week. I said to them I need to confirm next week all the DJs, so we at least got another month to run up to it, you know.
So the 5th of April.
5th of April, big one.
Final insight, say 5th of April, K1.
No, not Formula K.
No, Formula
opposite
K.
Formula K.
Yeah,
It's Mzansi Speedway. That's what it is.
Speedway. That's okay.
Mzansi Speedway, opposite Formula K. So if you go off the Snake Road, turn off to Benoni, it's on the left-hand side. Where you look for the big Saf Air aeroplane, it's right next door.
Okay, I see. Yo, man, we definitely need more time, man. I think let's just do the news wrap. We need this man back here because we haven't even finished.
No, we can't let him go.
We can't let him go. We can't let you go. But when we come back, we're definitely going to do the news wrap. And then we come back, we've got some more questions for you, man. It's a big world. You know what I mean? It's a big world. And that is why we dedicated a whole segment to it, man. Every weekday, Wednesdays from 9 up until 11. Ismail is here talking about everything motorsports. So can anyone compete?
Yes, anyone can compete as long as it's a standard form of vehicle, not a high-performance vehicle.
Oh, do we have high-performance bakkies out there?
I've seen there's some Nissans, those vintage Nissans. I've seen them going on paces. How is this a vintage Nissan that's on the road? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, they got this 2JZ engines in there that makes like 600 kilowatts. And you come next to that thing with a Porsche and he runs away from you. And you think, what the heck
going
just
on
happened
here?
People got time, eh?
Crazy.
Hey, guys, come on, man.
But you know, talking about drag racing, from our oval, I am going to be interviewing our drag racing people. I think I'm going to bring the guy into studio one of these days of drag racing, because Wamza is not only about oval track. It's drag racing, it's karting, it's short circuit racing, it's rally, it's all that kind of stuff. So I want to start bringing in every time someone from a different category of racing, so they can just start, so we can get people used to this talk.
Yeah, we need to.
And Feroza's going to put all the inserts in on our YouTube
Okay.
And they can understand more, ne, Feroza?
It's definitely got it. No, it's quite interesting, man. So I think I need to buy a bakkie. I've been looking to buy a bakkie and I'm going to bring it there.
Yes, here's a reason.
Yeah, there's a reason why.
Will you get there on time?
Oh, you're not letting this go, is it? It's not letting
I'm
this
never
go.
going to let it go.
Don't worry, I'm going to be on time. I got a calendar now. Yeah, and we're going to stick to the calendar now, you know.
Speaking about the calendar, Mr. Ishmael, before we let you go, just give us a quick guide and a quick rewind as far as the calendar is concerned. Of course, we know there's an event coming up this weekend. Right. And much further than that, what more can we look forward to?
The weekend after, the Americans go to the Rock Raceway in Benoni. They race there. Then it's our 5th of April, big one.
Of course,
4x4 events. The 4x4 challenge.
We have to have all of you guys there. People out there, we're going to have clothing there as well on display. Am I right or wrong?
100%.
We're going to set up a section for Bogart clothing and Bogart radio.
Don't worry, we're going to bring a big booth. A big Bogartman booth where people can take pictures inside. They can get inside and then they will take a picture inside.
And Ronnie, how long are you going to be on stage doing what you do?
Well, it just, I don't know. It just depends on the check. I don't know how when it comes in. I don't know how big it will be. So it just depends. The bigger the time. I'm just.
It's about Bogart here. It's not about nothing else. It's about Bogart. It's about representing, boy.
No, definitely. I'm going to be there, man. You can definitely check me out there on stage. I definitely will be there, obviously rocking the stage and everything else. And I can't wait to hear who else is there, you know. I hope the announcements get.
Next week, I promise I'm going to have it sorted by next week.
And obviously, there's going to be food and everything, just like last time, right?
Alles! Alles wat malles.
So it sounds like a good day for family and friends to be out, eh?
Yeah, it sounds like a family fun day.
Definitely, during the day it will definitely be a family fun day. At night it's going to be one duck Joel.
Yeah. Can't wait for that, Joel.
Duck one.
All right. Oh, thank you so much for coming through, Ismail Peck. Every Wednesday we do the Motorsport segment right here on Bogart Morning Radio. It's the morning show. Yeah, until next Wednesday then.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Hopefully I'll bring in someone with a bit of different flavor and I can give you news of what happened the weekend that passed.